for only $29.99 with your Ace Reward card. And thank you, Wayne County, for voting Harris Ace your favorite hardware and building materials dealer. From a doghouse to your dream house, Harris Ace is here to help you. Harris Ace Hardware, West Cherry Street in Jessup.
Time now for the latest in local sports and sports. Wayne County's basketball teams in action both Friday and Saturday nights at the Benny Radcliffe Arena. The varsity boys split the games, winning Friday night over East Lawrence High School 65-40 as Anthony Grant and Shamar Taylor each had 11 in the game. Saturday night lost to Long County for the second time this season. Blue Tide wins Saturday night's game 52-45. After that game, we talked with Coach Ray about the game and his team.
Here, Coach Ray, tough 52-45, but split over the weekend. Just want to get your thoughts on where you think the team is at this point in the season.
Oh, man, we really looking good because right now we so young with experience, but these kids have came out 2 nights in a row against 2 good teams and played their butt off. We very proud of them tonight.
Yeah, and the region does start till January, so what are you working on between now and then?
Right now, just patience. When you're dealing with a young bunch, man, patience is the key. So if we can start getting better shots, I think that'll answer, especially by region time. We'll get all our players back from injuries and stuff like that, so I think during region time, we'll be ready.
How about leadership? You got any leaders out there?
Oh, yeah, man. That junior class is going to be special, man. That's who I'm telling you. We got sophomores and juniors right now, and they playing their butt off. So I'm just proud of them, and we just going to keep working.
Okay, Coach.
Thank you. Thank y'all.
And again, those comes Coach Ray. The varsity boys back in action Friday the 15th here at home against Toombs County. Varsity girls are off to a nice 7-1 start. They win both games over the weekend, defeated East Lawrence on Friday, beat up on Long County for the second time, 34-25, the final. After the game, we talked with Coach Kayla Hobbs about the game and her season up to this point.
Here, Coach Kayla Hobbs, after another busy weekend, 2 more wins, beat East Lawrence on Friday night, Long County on Saturday night. Your thoughts on the team right now? 7-1, off to a good start, but has the competition been tough, or what's your assessment of your team right now?
We're getting a little bit better as we go. We've played some teams that have been better in the past, and they're not the competition right now. We've played some teams that aren't as good as they've been in the past, and we aren't either. So it's, we've had some big wins, but I wouldn't say that that it's really tested how good we are yet. The best team we've played so far, of course, is Dodge, and they've got some D1 girls that are pretty good, and they beat us pretty bad. But we've got a younger crew.
I'll say it's a pretty young team, right?
Yeah.
Taryn Ward's a star. She's just a sophomore, right?
Yeah, Taryn Stark, she's a sophomore. My starting point guard, Divine White, she's a sophomore. Her and Bree Wilson both are out there, and they this is their first year, having that varsity experience. They've got Logan Eccles to come out this year. She's helped us out a lot. This is her first year actually being on the team. We have Tiara De Souza. She's a senior this year, but it's really her first year getting a whole lot of varsity experience too. So really, you got Alex Thomas and you got Taryn Ward. They've done a lot for us. They've kind of held us together while some of the other ones are picking it up. And just I'm hoping that by the time we get to these big games in January, some of the little mistakes we've been making, we'll be able to correct those.
The region doesn't start till January 5th when Statesboro rolls into town, but your thoughts on the overall region, where it's going to be pretty good?
Yeah, the region's going to be tough. We've got Statesboro. They returned their region player of the year. They returned their center. They lost their little point guard. They'll be tough again. Ware County, they returned everyone except for their point guard. So those will be our top 2 teams for sure. Who we've really got to focus on figuring out a way to stop them. South Effingham, they'll be a little better. They had a move-in point guard I saw on their roster, and I'm curious to see how well she is. New Hampstead, you never know. That's one of the Savannah schools, and so you never know. They can be huge one year and down the next, just depending on how they're over there. They kind of can go to school where they want to, as long as they can get their district right. But we'll see. We'll see. Once, I guess, January rolls through. I know these other teams that are in our region, they've been playing some competitive teams as well. And so it's kind of hard to see right now. It's early still, but kind of hard to see how everyone's going to pan out.
Okay, Coach. Well, again, congrats to a great start. And like I mentioned, the region schedule doesn't kick in until January, so still got a few weeks to get ready and get everything going. Hopefully the team will gel together. I guess the key's going to be have to find some more offensive punch than just Taryn Ward, because I'm sure the team's going to come in and try to set her.
Like tonight, we for instance, we beat Ludowici 20 points last game, but this game they came in and they zeroed in on Taryn and Alex and they put a man just on those two, had them followed around the whole court, and they kind of zoned the rest. And so we're going to start seeing that a lot more, and so it's going to be time for these other girls to kind of step up and show their worth for the team as well. You know, the other girls, we have some outside shooters. We have some girls that can penetrate the lane and score some shots, and they're going to have to step up and start doing that.
Okay. Well, happy holidays.
Thank you. You too.
Again, those comments, Coach Kayla Hobbs getting the team off to 7-1 start. Again, both teams off until Friday. Toombs County in time. Varsity girls game Friday at 6. Varsity boys game 7:30 at the Benny Ratliff Arena. Tonight at Waycross, the City Auditorium is the In the Game's 8th annual awards banquet. A lot of hardware will be handed out to recognize excellence in the classroom and on the gridiron. Offensive, defensive players of the year for all teams will be announced, along with the middle school player of the year and along with the coach of the year. Again, begins tonight at 6:30 in Waycross. WIFL film will be on hand. Run down the award winners for you tomorrow here on Local Sports. The snow and cold weather canceled most of the high school football games in Atlanta. State championship games played. Only 2 games were able to get in. The private single-A game was a blowout as ELCA beat Athens Academy 41-3. ELCA did not allow first down in the entire game. Second game in the new Mercedes-Benz Stadium, the AAA matchup between Peach County and Calhoun. Calhoun wins 10-6, but this game still being talked about as a blown call late in the game most likely cost Peach County a state championship. What appeared to be a catch and a first and goal with the 1 under a minute to play turned out to be an incomplete pass ruled by an official. Again, these Peach County school officials expect to meet with Georgia High School Association today to make their case and appeal their case and make their complaints. Again, most likely nothing will take place, but school officials state they have to exhaust all options, saying they owe it to their kids and community. But again, Calhoun right now the state champions. Other state games will be played at the high school sites this weekend. Higher seeds and coin flips determine the sites of the high school games. NFL football. As the playoffs began today, both the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Falcons are in. Jaguars lead their division by a full game with the win Sunday at home over Seattle. Final score 30-24. Defense continues to shine. We'll hear from Jalen Ramsey on Tuesday's Sportscast as the win Sunday assures the Jaguars of a playoff berth regardless of the last couple of games. The Falcons currently in the 6th slot of the NFC playoff picture can still win the division if they win out. Other scores, the Bills in the snow beat up on Indy 13-7, Chicago 33, Cincinnati 7, Green Bay in overtime beat Cleveland 27-21. The Browns are still winless, and here's the stat of the day. In their last 50 games, the Cleveland Browns are 4-46. Kansas City Chiefs beat the Raiders 26-15. Panthers beat the Vikings 31-24. Cowboys beat the Giants 30-10. Lions over the Tampa Bay Buccaneers 24-21. Niners over the Texans 26-16. Broncos beat the Jets 23-zip. Cardinals over the Titans 12-7. LA Chargers 30, Washington 13. Eagles beat the Rams 43-35, but they lost their starting quarterback Carson Wentz, left the game with most likely a season-ending injury. Nick Foles now the starter in Philadelphia. And last night, the Steelers stormed back and beat the Ravens 39-38, win the AFC North Division. They host New England Sunday, where that game wraps up home field advantage during the AFC playoff picture. Patriots tonight on Monday Night Football taking on the Miami Dolphins. That's going to do it for the latest in local sports. Sports is brought to you each and every day at this time by friends at Harris.